we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Bearcats will kick it away to start. Bringing it out. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And obviously, if you're going to be in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy, you got to be putting out big stat games week in, week out. He's been doing it all season long and obviously had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again here today in a game where a lot of Heisman Trophy voters, they're watching this one.
Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down.
And obviously this guy's been hyped up, and we've talked about him in the Heisman race. What do you have to do? You got to finish strong. The voters are watching what you do at the end of the season. Awesome opportunity. Put together a 100-yard game last week. Put some stats up. Get a bunch of touchdowns. You know, really finish strong so you can get in that Heisman race and maybe go win that big trophy.
Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
The Tigers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Direct snap. Oh, he's got a chance. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Memphis.
And I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. And there was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
Coming out with it, it's Jackson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. On the ready. 42 wants to go up top on first down. Using his feet to buy time. On target. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Wants to adjust the pattern. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's going for the big play. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on third down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. All that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Trying play action. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And that is priority number one for defenses. Get to the quarterback, affect him, get hits on him. They do it right here, get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Just needs a crack to get a return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Bearcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quarterback on the keeper. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And this offense stays aggressive, and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
And your decision to go for it on 4th down has a lot to do with your kicker. How strong is his leg? Some of these guys nowadays, they can boot the ball 50, 60 yards, no problem. Do I believe in him or do I go for it? And they believed in their offense, they went for it, and they got the 1st down.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They get the completion, and that's one thing, Jesse. If you're going to get this guy on the ground, you better come in to make the tackle like you mean it.
Man, that was a heat-seeking missile coming in there. He knew he had a lot of work ahead of him with that big fella making the catch. Nice tackle.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on 1st down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. This quarterback part of their running game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And the deflection on third down. How big is that? Forces a fourth down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. Just drives it between the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out quickly. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. First play of the period, first down here. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries, you got to get pressures, and when you get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on third and long. Wants to throw again. Another incompletion on third down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Kick is in the air. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. And the returner is stopped. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And don't get it twisted. A big part of this team's formula for success defensively is getting after the quarterback. In their last game, they had 6 sacks, won the game. They know they've got to be able to get after the QB, and this one put some pressure on them, and they're already off to a great start.
And the Bearcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll run the screen. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And you will always remember your first, and how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
Caught in the backfield, it's Cameron. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Memphis.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
On the move from inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Throwing on the run. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Gonna let it fly. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
They kick it away on 4th down. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop.
And that was almost a huge mistake by special teams. On the punt return, fumbling the football, they are so lucky that they jumped on that ball and that their offense is now going to take the field, because that could have been disastrous.
Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll run play action. Got him downfield. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. New set of downs after the completion. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
All right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some 1st downs together. Defense is going to need to...
There he goes. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. He's piled up 87 yards on the ground in this one and now sets his sights on a 1,000-yard season. Fires to the middle. Tight end getting vertical. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Zings it complete to the right. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, That defender knew exactly who it was going to, and he was able to make the tackle at the perfect time. No gain on that.
Once you start to get down in towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. You really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
In front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Might be calling a hot route. They'll try the run. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. And the Bearcats want to crank the tempo. Looking downfield on first down. Here's a heat. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Bearcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. He'll try to do it himself. Working on the right. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Could that be the play that finally wakes them up? Just not a lot of good going on offensively here in this first half. They've only got 3 points to show for their efforts. They haven't been throwing.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate. And that's a reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Rushes on him. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And the Bearcats come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Bearcats! They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. They've got the screen set up. Got room at the 35. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit them with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield.
Pulls it in on the right. Oh, he's got some space. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches.
Touchdown, Tigers! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Just enough time for one final play in this half. They'll run it. And after that short gain, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Memphis about to boot it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Quickly to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
That's really nice fundamentals by a right-handed quarterback, going to his left, getting the shoulder turned and the hips around, helping him make a very accurate throw.
On third down, he drops the throw. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. That's exactly what they told us they wanted to limit, yards after the catch, and it pays off on this play.
And especially in these situations in third down when you know the ball's going to come out fast, understanding that, breaking on the football, going, making the tackle, and forcing the fourth down.
Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt.
Man, defensively, this is beautiful. You want them to be aggressive. You got to continue to get stops. You got the lead. Now you give the ball back to your offense again with a chance to salt this away here in the second half.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Makes the grab. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. You better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
And the Tigers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. On the move. He's going to lose a yard on that one. No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. That took nerves of steel to convert that fourth down on the road.
Oh, man, the crowd going nuts. A big-time opportunity in the third quarter to create some momentum, help them go crazy, help them go nuts. But the offense does their job, quiets the crowd, gets the big fourth down conversion.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Going to swing it on second down. Makes the catch. He gets it in. Touchdown, Memphis. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry, get some emotion, get some momentum on your side.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but you...
He unleashes a long one. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Pulls it in. It's hooked. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It was starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air on second down. Quarterback extends the play. Catch in the middle, it's Jackson. Turning it on. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Here we go. Got it behind the line. It's Jackson. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Bearcats come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
But nice job finding a crease to go get that first. And Dave, there's just some running backs out there that feel like they have that sixth sense. They just know where the marker is. They know where that first down marker is, and they're just able to find a way to fall forward and get it.
Oh, and I love when they don't dance. Know the situation, right? Don't bounce things that don't need to be bounced. When I need to stick my face in there and lower my shoulder and get a couple yards, I got to know the situation. Great job by him running the ball physical and finishing the run for a first down.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Deep shot for the end zone. Got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
He'll bring it out. It's Perkins. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Picks up the first down, still moving. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Throwing right. This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed.
All right, sense of urgency now has to go through the roof of this team. They needed their defense to come up with that turnover right there. So if you're on offense, you got to get these plays called. You got to get aggressive, take some shots, because you can now go and win this game.
Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Under fire. They get to him as he throws.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Backed up now, here's second and long. It's a draw. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And when you're on defense, and it's wet, and it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier. It gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it. There's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job by the defense forcing it with the assist from the weather.
Well, he couldn't find any running room at all, and he'll end up taking a loss on the play.
Yeah, great discipline on defense, too, because if you're going to stop the option, you have to play assignment football. Everybody doing their job. There was just nowhere to go there for the QB.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Memphis will be forced to punt. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. Now let's see if they can rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
The Bearcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. He throws back to the left. That could be risky. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Great job by the pass rush up front. 3rd and long situation. They're anticipating pass, and they know the quarterback's going to have to hold on to the football. Nice job pinning their ears back and getting home.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Yeah, and unfortunately in the 4th quarter, losing, you got to put the foot on the accelerator. You got to make something happen. So I get they had to be aggressive and go for it. They just can't seem to get this offense to make plays when they need it the most.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
From the gun, the give, looking for room. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it and still on his feet. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the 4th quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers! Excellent pass by the back on the option. They put another one on the board here in the 4th quarter, and how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He'll pull it down and run. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? So he just lost track of where the line of scrimmage was. The illegal forward pass will wave off the play. Penalty will be accepted. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Snowed under by the defense.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on 2nd in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up 3rd and short.
The Bearcats come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. There are a few things that just make me happy in life. A great steak, a scrumptious dessert, and a tight end who makes a catch on 3rd down.
If the steak's medium rare, I'm right there with you, Reese. And I'm also there with you on these tight ends on 3rd down, too. Too big for DBs to cover, too fast for linebackers to cover. That guy's a weapon.
Here's the handoff. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. And the Bearcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. To the ground with the back. Breaks into the open. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down. It's late in the 4th quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. So that's a great situation to try to run the ball.
They'll leave it with him. tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Motion from the wideout. The give. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement.